Welcome back to another episode of the Grace Grit and Everything in Between podcast with me, Ellie. Today's episode is quite a big one. It's one of those topics that once you understand it, you cannot unknow it. It shifts how you see yourself, how you see your potential, how you understand your patterns, and most importantly, it shows you that you are not stuck, you are not fixed, and you are not limited. Your mindset truly shapes your entire experience of life. And today we are going far deeper than just think positive or be motivated. We're diving into what a mindset actually is, the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, examples of both, why people get stuck, how to shift from fixed to growth, and we are going beyond the surface into the deeper workings of your two levels of your mind, the individual mind and the collective consciousness. And when you understand those two minds, you will understand suddenly why mindset can feel effortless sometimes and impossibly hard other times. You understand why some beliefs feel stuck like glue and others dissolve overnight. Make sure you listen right to the end because we're going to wrap it up in a way you've probably never heard mindset explained before. Okay, let's get into it. So let's start with the basics. Your mindset is simply the set of beliefs, assumptions, and patterns of thinking through which you interpret in your world. It's the lens, the filter, the story your mind tells you before you even realize you're telling the story. Mindset determines what you attempt, what you avoid, how you handle challenges, how you see failure, how you recover, how resilient you are, how much of your potential you actually access. It's not your personality. It's not your identity. It's not just the way you are. Mindset is learned, mindset is conditioned, and mindset is absolutely changeable. And that leads us to the two most important types of mindset: fixed mindset and growth mindset. So let's start with fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your qualities, your intelligence, your abilities, your personality are static, fixed, unchangeable. It's the belief that you're good at some things and bad at others, full stop. Skills are innate. You either have them or you don't. Failure is a sign that you're not capable. Effort is something you need only if you're not naturally talented. A fixed mindset protects your comfort zone, but at the cost of your growth. Example of a fixed mindset thinking are: I'm not creative. This is just how I am. If I fail, it proves I can't do it. I'll never be good at that. I can't change. I've always been like this. Trying something new makes me look stupid. I'm too old. It's too late. People like me don't succeed at that. Do any of those feel familiar? If so, you're human. Because the fixed mindset is actually the brain's default setting. It's designed to keep you safe, keep you comfortable, keep you predictable, keep you from anything unfamiliar, and keep you from risking rejection. The problem is, fixed feels safe, but it also keeps you stuck. What fixed mindset behavior looks like: you avoid challenges, you give up really quickly, you take criticism personally, you feel threatened by others' success, choosing the easy path, you seek approval, not wanting to be seen trying, you stay small to avoid discomfort. A fixed mindset is fear of wearing a reasonable looking outfit. And I used to have a fixed mindset. Shock horror. So let's go on to growth mindset. Now, this contrast we're going to contrast it with a fixed mindset. So a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence and skills are developed through learning, practice, strategy and effort. It's the belief that you are expandable. Growth mindset says skills can be learned, effort makes me stronger, mistakes show me where to grow, challenges stretch me to my potential. Examples of growth mindset thinking. I haven't mastered this yet. I can learn this. This is hard, but it's helping me grow. Mistakes are teaching me. Success leaves clues. If they can do it, I can learn to do it. I am a work in progress, and that is a good thing. Discomfort means I'm expanding. Growth mindset is a behaviour that looks like embracing challenges, persisting even when it's hard, seeking feedback, trying new strategies, celebrating progress, feeling inspired by others' success, being open, being curious, and being willing to be a beginner. Growth mindset is not naive positivity. It's the courageous belief that you can change, adapt, improve, expand, and evolve. Now, this is the part that empowers people the most. You are not locked into one mindset. You can have a growth mindset in one area, like relationships or learning, and a fixed mindset in another, like fitness, creativity, money, or self-worth. Your mindset changes depending on your beliefs, your environment, your conditioning, your experiences, the people you surround yourself with, and the stories you repeat. Mindset is flexible, adaptable, and trainable. You can shift from fixed to growth simply by becoming aware of your automatic thoughts, your internal stories, your emotional responses, and your conditioned beliefs. Awareness is step 1, repatterning is step 2, and repetition is how it sticks. But here's where most people get confused. People say, but I want a growth mindset. Why is it so hard? This is where the deeper layers of the mind come in, because mindset isn't just your thoughts. It's about which part of your mind is running the show. And you tend to be able to switch from fixed to growth. And it usually does happen at some point. Otherwise, you stay in your fixed mindset for the whole life. So you actually have two minds working at once. And they operate in completely different ways. Understanding this will change everything for you. So let's break them down. This is your daily logical mind. So your individual mind, your conscious thinking mind. It is analytical, rational, judgmental, labeling, evaluating, comparing, organizing, and narrating. This mind loves predictability, clarity, routine, linear logic, what it can explain, and what it already understands. This mind asks questions like, is this safe? Does this make sense? What will people think? What if I fail? How do I avoid discomfort? This is the mind that creates fixed mindset patterns, because fixed equals familiar. It wants you to stay exactly where you've always been. Not because it hates you, but because it's doing its job to protect you. But it's only half the picture. The other half is the collective consciousness, the universal or subconscious mind. This is the deeper mind. It is intuitive, sensing, feeling, symbolic, emotional, imaginative, and expansive. It is connected not only to your personal unconscious, but to the universal field of knowing, collective awareness, instinct, intuition, creativity, and the deeper intelligence that lives in all of us. You experience this mind through gut feelings, intuition, inner knowing, synchronicities, dreams, imaginary, creative impulses, and emotional truth. This mind loves growth because growth equals expansion, possibility, and evolution. And that is what this level of mind thrives on. This is the mind that whispers, you are more than this. There is something bigger for you. Follow that nudge. Try this. Trust your instinct. This mind is not limited by logic or past experience. It is infinite. It is your potential. So, this is how the two minds shape your mindset. And this is where it all comes together. So fixed mindset comes from the individual mind. It's basically when we go to school, we are conditioned. Our mind is conditioned into these things, that we must do this, we must arrive on time, we can't be late, we have to study these subjects, and we are conditioned through going to school. If you didn't go to school, your mind would probably be more growth than fixed. It's the conditioning that happens through school, through college, through work, that you kind of lose sight of the growth mindset, which is why a lot of it is said that is, the first mindset that we ever have. So a fixed mindset comes from the individual mind. It wants to protect you, limit risk, avoid rejection, predict outcomes, and keep you in familiar territory. It tells you, don't try, you might fail. Stay where you are, you're safe. This is who you are, don't change. Growth mindset comes from the collective consciousness. It leads you into your growth, your expansion, possibility, intuition, courage, creativity, and new identity. It tells you, try it. You might surprise yourself. You can evolve. Discomfort is the doorway. You are capable of so much more. And now you understand the real truth. We don't struggle with mindset because you're weak. We struggle because the two minds want different things. Your individual conscious mind wants safety. Your collective unconscious mind wants expansion. When these two are in conflict, you feel stuck, overwhelmed, confused, or even blocked. And when these two work together, mindset changes very quickly. The mind does not know the difference between real and imagined. You might have heard that before. And this is one of the most powerful truths in psychology, neuroscience, and manifestation work. Your mind, especially your subconscious, does not know the difference between a real experience or a vividly imagined one. And this is why visualization works. Affirmations rewire your beliefs. Practicing confidence makes you more confident. Imagining success increases your performance. Imagining failure increases your anxiety. Reliving old wounds keeps you stuck in them. Your subconscious responds to imaginary, repetition, emotion, symbolism, emotional rehearsal. This is why mindset is not just thinking differently. It's teaching your mind a new reality. And I'll be diving deep into this in January during the New Year series. Because once you know how to use this intentionally, your entire life changes. So, let's round this up. You have two minds. The individual mind, conscious, logical, protective. And the collective consciousness, the subconscious, your intuition, your expansive mind. You have two mindsets: fixed, safety, can't even say that word, and limitations, and growth. You have your expansion, your possibility, and evolution. Fixed mindset is the voice of the individual mind trying to keep you safe. Growth mindset is the voice of the deeper mind calling you into your potential. So if you remember a couple of episodes back, I asked you We went through an episode of Are You Doing What You Wanted to Do as a Child? Because that was your potential. That was your kind of your deeper mind before you were conditioned into life as you know it, with going to school and going to work and earning money, and that you can't do certain things for yourself. And if you're at school and you're not very good at academics, then you're a failure. Like, I very much dislike how outdated the schooling system is. And basically, it's the same for many things. Not everyone's going to be academic. Not everyone's going to be creative. But surely school should embrace both. So your mindset changes when you become aware of the stories you're telling yourself. You understand which mind those stories come from. You choose the voice of growth. You practice the new belief until your subconscious accepts it. Your mindset isn't about perfection. If we were all perfectionists, nothing would get done, because we would have to wait until the right time, the right day, and the sun's in the sky, just the right amount. And if we all waited for perfect, you just wouldn't do anything. That's why when I started this podcast, it was not perfect. But I know that I have important messages to provide. And if I had waited until everything was perfect, I wouldn't have started. And I know how many people's lives I am helping by showing up every week. So it's not about perfection. It's not about always being positive. And it's not about never feeling fear. It is about choosing growth over limitation, potential over predictability, and expansion over stagnation. You are not fixed, you are not stuck, and you are not limited. You are infinitely capable of change. And the moment you begin to choose a growth mindset, your life begins to open in ways you've never imagined. Now, flipping the switch for me literally came about when I started network marketing. I'd read self-development books a long time ago, the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus books. And one of the things when I started network marketing that they promote is that what we do is a personal development program in you with a comp plan attached. Because as you're showing up, doing your skincare, taking your nutrition, doing your makeup, that's all self-care. So you need to then self-care for your mind. And that is why we encourage personal development. And that is literally what switched why is this always happening to me? Why do I never get any luck? Why are bad things always happening? Like, why do I deserve this? Why do I bother? I lived like that for 37 years. 37 years? Probably more so the first 40 years. I think at 37, when everything happened with my spine and everything, I was very much a fixed mindset. I just didn't want to be here anymore, to be honest. I just couldn't see a way out. And that also is the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. When you're fixed, you don't think there's a way out. You don't think there's ever going to be any change. This is your life for the rest of your life. Where when you flip the switch onto growth mindset, you literally know that it is what it is. Time passes anyway. You may as well jump in. And a lot of people, and I can put the comparison in regards to offering the opportunity in network marketing. Some people are willing for the information, knowing full well that it's not going to cost them anything to get the information. And some are totally, no, it's not for me. Don't even want to know. My husband won't let me do it. It's one of those pyramid schemes. Oh, it's MLM. Like, literally so fixed into that they can't actually see a different. Where if you've got growth mindset, you might turn around and say, okay, I'll take a look and see if it's for me. Or I'll give it a try. What have I got to lose? Or even if I just get my products at discount, I'll be saving money. Like, literally looking for the answer and not just staying where you are. that I have learnt that over the last 9 years or so in regards to opportunity, earning money, changing jobs. Like some people stay in the same job year in, year out because they're waiting for retirement. And I think that's quite sad, because the age of retirement has recently changed, which I think is amazing. I don't think everyone should be tarred with the same brush. There's some people that should be retiring at 65, 67, and some that are still fit and healthy, like my dad, who's 84 and still wants to do things to earn money. So I support the fact being that retirement age is good. I like to alternate it and do it from a personal point of view, because I once read a book, The Happiness Equation, and it said how the retirement age is outdated. That it was thought about in Germany first off, and they did retirement age at the age because a lot of people were dying at 70. So retire at 64, 65, 66. You have a few years left and then you die. However, we're living a lot longer now. So retiring so early, you might have another 30 years of your life. And what are you going to do for those 30 years? Personally, that's why I think that a side hustle, network marketing, something on the side, will keep going after you do retire from work life, and then you'll understand time freedom, financial freedom and things like that. But again, it's just having that mindset where, do you know what, I'm going to have a go, I'm going to see what it's about, and it's about looking at life full on. And I said this before in one of the podcasts as well, that life is like a heartbeat. It's meant to go up and down and flatline, up, down, flatline. Because if it just flatlined the whole time, you'd get to 80 and you'd have no memories. You literally would have gone through life and look back and go, actually, I don't know. And again, that's related to people that get Alzheimer's and dementia. Honestly, if you do feel like you are having a fixed mindset, and you don't tell yourself you're too old to change your ways, you are not too old. No one's too old to change their mind. Literally, change your mindset. Just need to carry on listening, follow these tips. Honestly, next week we are doing a vision board. So I'm literally going to talk you through making up a vision board that you're going to put on your kitchen unit, and it's going to be there all year, so you subconsciously see the things that you put down, and you'll be surprised how many of those, they might not materialize in the first year, but they will materialize over the years. So that's next week's episode, which I'm very excited to do, and that will be like a kickstart to changing your mindset. So thank you for being here with me today. This episode was a powerful one, and if any part of it spoke to you, sit with it, revisit it, journal on it, let it integrate, and stay tuned, because in the new year we are going even deeper into the subconscious, manifestation, emotional programming, and how to reshape your identity from the inside out. Your mind is powerful, your potential is vast, and you are only just beginning. So, thanks for joining me, and until next time, and have a lovely Christmas.